It's Week 14 of the National Football League, and we'll get a look here at DeAndre Hopkins. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. It's the Titans and the Texans, and it comes your way next.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. We thank you for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, 3 months in the books. Partner, now it's December. It's the best month of the NFL season because the games get more important as the weather gets a little bit colder.
And this is where you find out who the real teams are and who the pretenders are. Do you find yourself not only in the playoff conversation, but can you now play good enough ball down the stretch to not only be in the conversation, but actually find yourself in the postseason?
Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. This returnable from the 4. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Houston offense heading out to the field for the first time. They're led by the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2023. From Ohio State, it's C.J. Stroud.
He's coming off an incredibly productive game, Mike, where he was able to find the end zone 4 different times through the air and secure the win. But it wasn't perfect by any means. He played well enough to come away with the victory, but with that said, he has to clean up on the interceptions. He knows the 2 picks. A couple other close calls he got away with. If those fall into the wrong hands, that game could have went an entirely different way. Coming into here today, can he keep the production in the passing game and come away with a little bit of a cleaner stat sheet? Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
And a good run there. Gonna get him 5 yards. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Pierce. And he's going to have that first down across midfield and down to the 46-yard line. To throw is Stroud. To the left side, and caught by Schultz. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Stroud avoids the contact as he slides to a stop after picking up the first down.
And this is what you like to see if you're the head coach. Not only does your quarterback know exactly where that first down marker is, he's able to pick up the first down, but then get himself on the ground. He avoids the big hit and picks up the first down.
Now a loose football. The Titans have got it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
The Tennessee offense taking the field for the first time. They're led by their quarterback, the 2nd-round pick out of Kentucky, Will Levis.
He's coming on.
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay, so this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose, and are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. A short throw pulled in by Schultz. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Stroud. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
That ball is caught on the sideline and both feet inbounds. A big 3rd down pickup for a first down. Give them 16 there and a first down. This has been a solid opening drive. They're knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Here's Pierce. And he will dive into the end zone. Dameon Pierce. Touchdown, Houston. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. First carry for the man from Memphis, Tony Pollard. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
The man in motion is Burks. Throwing on 2nd down, Levis. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Every offensive coordinator has drive starters, meaning it's a completion, it's a run play that we feel great about, it's a screen. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own. Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
They'll go back to Pollard on first down, and he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. With that, I want to give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game. Here's a 2nd and 6. To throw is Levis. And is caught by the man wearing 0, Calvin Ridley. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
On play action, here's Levis. Connecting with his tight end, Okonkwo. And he's into the end zone. Chig Okonkwo. Touchdown, Titans. What a catch and run by the tight end as he takes it into the end zone and finishes the play. Greg, you know what that's like. Tight end touchdown.
Mike, so often the tight ends are considered to be the possession guys, right? They're the guy you throw it to when you need an easy catch, you need a reliable target. But not this guy. He is a downfield weapon, and he just showed you right there what he's capable of.
The extra point by Sanders is good. And the Titans come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. He fields it at the 8. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. C.J. Stroud and the Houston offense set to get going again. And the numbers have looked good this season. Case in point right here, right up there among the NFL leaders in touchdown passes. 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stroud. Trying the right side. Taken in by Collins. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. On play action. Stroud. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Throwing is Stroud. And he gets that one complete to Collins. That's a dozen for number 12, and he's got a 1st down as well.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
On the quick, right?
On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. That's to the left side and taken in by Diggs. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Stroud going to set up to throw. He's got his big tight end, Schultz. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And he'll get 6 on this one, moving it inside the 40-yard line. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Pierce. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. He's got his man complete to Dell. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
A touchdown apiece here in the 1st quarter of play. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. And more from Houston coming up in a moment. Here's a 2nd and 9. A give zone read. It's Edwards. And the defense, good job sticking to their rules. They didn't take their eyes off the running back, who gains nothing.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
To the left side, into the hands of Collins.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Texans will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Titans offense and quarterback Will Levis ready for their next possession. And he's putting together a remarkable season, currently leading the NFL in passing yards as we play here in the month of December. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. The drive starts. It's a carry by Pollard. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. The man in motion is Burks. A 2nd down throw here for Levis. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the gun, it's Levis. Catch made there by Burks. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short. They'll run once more, and it's Pollard again. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll try and run for the 1st down with Pollard. And the Titans are going to have 1st and goal coming up. They're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds. Patience is a great quality of a running back. You have to wait for holes and gaps to develop. But in this case, Mike, he just kept waiting and waiting, and nothing ended up happening. No gain.
On 2nd down, Levis. That one, taken in. Calvin Ridley. Touchdown, Tennessee. For quarterbacks, there are so many stats we use to measure a good season. This is one of them. 30 touchdowns. That was number 30 on the year. Now Sanders on for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Titans are on top. It's 14-10. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Texans offense headed back to take over once more. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. Open man, that's Collins. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
They go right back to Collins. He's got it again. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
A second down throw for Stroud. Quick throw, taken in, and that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
They'll try and run it here with Pierce. Give him 14 on that one. It's good for a Texans first down.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at 3 situations. Can you run the ball in the 4th quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
13 more on that carry. He is churning out the yards. And another first down.
Starting to see a back right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Throwing on second down, Stroud. That one incomplete. They can't hook up there, and that incompletion takes us to the 2-minute warning. Here comes 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Texans are back within a point. It's 14-13.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Now return coming from the 7. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Titans offense and running back Tony Pollard going to take over once again. And he is the NFL leading rusher here in the month of December. A strong finish in the final stretch could earn him the crown. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Hopkins sent in motion. Levis to throw on 1st and 10. This one complete to Ridley. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, Levis. Open man downfield, it is Hopkins. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeout. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
The man in motion is Burks. On 1st and 10, here's Levis. This throw, right side, taken in by Ridley.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
That caught Tony Pollard. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Nice pickup here to the back, and what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
On first down, Levis. Complete. Ridley on the reception. He's taken down just shy of the 10. Here's a timeout, Tennessee. That'll be their second. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock. They can still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. Here's Levis. He's got it at the 3. And he's in. Traylon Burks. Touchdown, Titans. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
The extra point by Sanders is good. And the Titans extend the lead to 8. It's 21-13. Halftime coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. This taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's second and 6. So we hit halftime and the team heading to the visiting locker room. The Titans are on top. As we'll send you over to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman standing by. He's got the EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start up at TIAA Bank Stadium in Jacksonville. And it's the Jaguars who are out in front. Christian Kirk, a touchdown reception. From there, let's head to AT&T Stadium as we check out the Cowboys at home in Dallas. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. CD Lamb with a touchdown catch from Dak Prescott. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And that game all tied up as they do battle with the visiting Lions.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. A return now from the 4. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Titans offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. Levis gonna get it out quick. And here's Hopkins.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield. So that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They give to Pollard on the option. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
And this time they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's 2nd down.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
The man in motion is Burks. Throwing on 2nd down, Levis. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Well, he had such a great first half throwing the football. There's no reason to think, Mike, coming out here for the start of the 3rd, that anything's going to change. He's picked up right where he left off, and the numbers are indicative of just how well he's played.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Levis. And that is incomplete.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think here we are in the second half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
Sanders' kick is good. And the Titans will extend their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Texans offense and running back Dameon Pierce set to take over once more. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Here we go. On play action, Stroud. He'll look deep here for Diggs.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line. Here now, 3rd and 5. Here we go. From the gun, here's Stroud. He's got his man. It's Diggs. Call it a gain of 13. 1st down for Houston.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And he continues to carry the ball well. Another nice one here. But as they find themselves continuing to trail here in the second half, the opposing team's defense is not really concerned about the run game. They need to find a way to use the pass to get the lead. And then
the blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Stroud gives it to Pierce. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. To throw, it's Stroud. He's got his man complete to Dell. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
I really like the rhythm that this offense has found. I mean, that third down, that wasn't a layup by any means, but they made it look easy. Everybody was exactly where they needed to be. The quarterback did a nice job working through his progression, saying, okay, I understand this is zone defense. I understand where the limitations of the coverage are. I'm going to get to that spot on the field as fast as I can, deliver the ball, pick up the first down.
What a pickup, a gain of 18. And it sets up first and goal. They'll run with Pierce. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Dameon Pierce. Touchdown, Texans. So that's his second touchdown of this one. And he's got a half dozen for the year. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Now, Stroud. That'll be caught. And he's going to get stopped in the backfield. They'll take him down at the 3-yard line.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. From the 6, here comes a return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Tony Pollard heading out with the rest of his Tennessee teammates for their next drive. And with the season winding down, he continues to put up the big numbers. Let's take a look at some of the leading candidates to take home the award for Offensive Player of the Year. The tight end Okonkwo is in motion. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And this is just more of the same, picking up exactly where he left off in the first half. And these numbers, Mike, as you see him, they just pop out at you. I mean, he has been the driving force of this offense from the very start.
They send Ridley in motion. Again, it's Pollard. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. The tight end Okonkwo is in motion. He's got it. That's Burks. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Levis. Throw over the middle, brought in by Hopkins. 12 yards on that hookup. That's good for a Titan first down.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are wide. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
And he's going to be taken down.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
And is caught by the man wearing 0, Calvin Ridley.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
A second down throw here for Levis. Stop at the 6, and that sets up 3rd and goal. Levis. And this is going to be incomplete. That's great work to get in there and make things difficult defensively, setting up a 4th down.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, but it's probably a touchdown.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Titans add on to their lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Here's Stroud. That one caught by Tank Dell. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll run. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
They'll run here. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll stick to the ground. And he'll be taken down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. So they're down 8 here in the final quarter. A touchdown, a must, as they come out for first and goal. And he's got another one. Damian Pierce. Touchdown, Houston. 3 touchdowns in this one. He now has 7 for the year. Greg, how often do we say it's a one-possession game, but that's a 2-part story? Part 1 taken care of right there with the touchdown.
All right, Mike, so they go down and they get the all-important touchdown. But only half the time is this truly a one-score game. They need this 2-point conversion here to tie it up.
Now a big spot here for the Texans as they'll try for 2. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That's incomplete. Oh, they were going for the conversion to get this thing even. Instead, it will remain a 2-point game. So the lead is down to just 2 now in the 4th quarter as they kick it off. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Titans offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Still, a lot can happen between now and the end of the season, but the cream is starting to rise to the top as you look across the NFL. Hopkins sent in motion. Levis to throw on 1st and 10. There's that man again. Another catch. He's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. Second and a yard. Now a handoff to Pollard. And he will have the 1st down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
On the give, it's Pollard. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Hopkins sent in motion. On 2nd down, Levis. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Out of the shotgun, Levis. He'll look Hopkins' way again. This is also complete. They get 25 on that connection. 1st down for Tennessee.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. A give to Pollard running right, and he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
So here comes Jason Sanders in a big spot. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal. His kick is good. He got it. A big 3 points as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
This is going to be taken in at the 3. And they'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. Texans offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as we go through the highlights, no shortage of touchdowns today. 3 trips to the end zone in this one. The combination, the power, the speed, everything on display, and the defense has seen it all. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Back to throw. Stroud. On the quick slant. Caught by Tank Dell. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. Stroud to throw. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Toward the boundary, taken in by Collins.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
He's got his tight end. It's Schultz. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. Stroud going to set up to throw. That's going to be incomplete. They cannot hook up there. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Another try, 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
From the gun here on third down, it's Stroud. That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on fourth down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
And they're going to get the first down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them.
All right, so there's really three areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number one, the traditional handoffs. Yes, you have to operate out of the backfield like a traditional running back. Number two, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Here comes second down.
Here we go.
From the gun, here's Stroud. He's got it at about the 8. And he will get into the end zone. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Texans. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Now a big spot here for the Texans as they'll try for 2. They're trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone. The conversion is good, and the lead is up to 3 here in the fourth quarter. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The visitors' offense. And their running back set to go once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Levis to throw. Catch made there by Burks. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
While everybody wants to attack the middle of the field, you just have to make sure you don't do it recklessly. You want to make sure you protect both the ball and your receiver. And in this case, he does both. Puts it on the money, picks up a big gain.
They still have all 3 timeouts, and here we go with 1st and 10. Here's Levis to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Throwing on 2nd down, Levis. This is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Sanders here for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Titans have taken a 4-point advantage. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Here comes a return from the 5. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10.
On the quick, right?
Throwing is Stroud. That's over the middle and caught by Dell. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd down and 3. Now Stroud. Now a deep ball here for Collins. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
So now after that last incompletion, this brings up a critical 3rd down. But remember, Mike, they don't have to get it all here in one play. They've got 3rd and 4th down. There's no punt, there's no kick. They've got to treat this like it's their final possession of the game, and they've got 2 downs to extend this drive. Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Here we go. This is 4th down. The Titans will use the first of their timeouts. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. Here we go. One final play. Open man, right side. He's got it. He's going to be out of bounds, but he will have enough to pick up a 1st down. So this one, a win for the visiting Titans. They get the home victory here in the division in the first of their 2 scheduled matchups. Have a chance to go for the season sweep on the road later in the season. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.